Will Donald Trump and the US government pump your coins? I mean, we do see some incredible news coming out that cause Bitcoin and the crypto market to go up, and I want to talk about that because we are in this debate. There is one camp saying that the bull market is over, we can expect prices to go lower. The other ones is this is amazing opportunity to buy the dip. So which one is right? That's something we can discuss as well today, but let's dive straight into what's happening right now in the market, and should you prepare for your bags to be pumped by no other than Donald Trump. So we are seeing, first of all, I want to point out great news for Bitcoin. We did close the week above the 50 weeks moving average, which is very important for the structure of the bull market. And I said that we can dip into this box of $98,000 to $100,000, and we actually did exactly that, but we closed the week above $103,000. We actually closed it at $105,000, and this is a very good thing for the bull market, because if you can see, this line of 50-week moving average is a demarcation line for the bulls and the bears. As long as we are above this 50 weeks moving average, we are in the bull market. If we start to close the weekly candle, and I'm talking about the weekly candle below 50 weeks moving average, well, we are in trouble, right? So that's a good thing. And right now we're in the middle of the month of November, so anything can happen right now. We still have 20 days to go. If you look at the Ethereum chart also, it more and more starts to look like buying the dip opportunity right now. And the question is, what's driving the market up right now? What's happening in the market? And that's what I want to discuss, because we do see Donald Trump coming out that people that are against tariffs are full, and he's talking about a dividend of at least $2,000 a person will be paid to everyone. The last time Americans received direct payments like this was during COVID, and we all remember what happened to crypto and the stock market afterwards. Stimulus checks are back. So maybe you're not bullish enough, because here's what it means. If implemented, it will inject nearly $600 billion directly into the economy, almost the same scale as the 2020 stimulus, okay, which totaled $800 billion. And back then, people used them to pay the rent and debt and essentials. Remember the COVID? And hundreds of altcoins rallied 50 to 100x as liquidity flooded the market. Now we have the ETFs. Now we have crypto as mainstream. And right now, Americans are not struggling for the same basic needs as in the COVID. So where all this money is going to go? A lot of it can go into crypto. So if implemented, Donald Trump can pump your coins, literally, from this liquidity stimulus check. Okay, I mean, think about that. It's quite a lot of money flooding the market, and that can make a hell of a altcoin season, right? The kind of altcoin season we've been waiting for, the kind of altcoin season that will break the Bitcoin dominance below an altcoin soaring. I mean, this is something that I see can still play out. I mean, just look at this setup for the Bitcoin dominance. What happened here on the 10th of October week basically indicates what can happen in the altcoin season. I truly believe that we have a good chance of altcoins reviving. All we need to do is Bitcoin to climb back above 110 or $111,000. That's what we need to happen right now for the price of Bitcoin. We need to get above this trend line over there, okay? We need to overcome the $115,000 and watch what will happen to the altcoins. But that's not the only news that are bullish and positive. We have US government could reopen any moment right now. And what happened last time when the US government shutdown ended, and it already lasted for like 40 days right now, what happens is when the US government reopens, we see the markets pump. We see the markets pump, and they pump heavy, okay? So That's another very, very bullish thing to have happened. Now, you can see what happened after the FOMC meetings. Every time Bitcoin down, but afterwards it hits a new all-time high. So maybe this is the pattern that also is going to repeat itself. Again, all depends on how Bitcoin is going to close this week. Are we going to go above $111,000? It's going to be very, very important. So TGA balance is now at 953.5 billion. It's a treasury general account, so the liquidity is going up right there. Treasury will inject this liquidity into the market. This is very bullish for stocks and crypto. We have CFTC had just announced they're working on spot Bitcoin trading on US exchanges. It's another Wall Street barrier that is broken and is huge right now. However, it's too early to be super excited and super bullish right now. Okay, we have a little bit of a pump, but it's too early to be excited. If you look at the monthly MACD, okay, it is suggesting, because of this cross of the blue line below the orange line, that we are losing momentum. We are losing momentum on the monthly, and it can signify that the bear market has already started. It increasingly looks like the cycle is nearing the end, or the cycle, the bull market, is already ended. So that's why there is still a chance of 30-40%, I would say, that we already have seen the top. Okay, but it's too early to say. There is the bulls and there is the bears, and both they have valid points for whether this bull market is over or not. If you look fundamentally, if you look at a technical chart on a monthly level, we are not seeing indication right now that basically signifying that the bear market is here. Okay, and we did have a couple of false signals on a monthly. Here was a monthly bearish engulfing candle, was very, very nasty in April 24. Here is another one in February 25, a very nasty candle that could signify like the beginning of the bear market, but it was a couple of months of mayhem, and then we went to a new all-time high, right? So right now we see a volatility. It's not even a big drop. Altcoins drop much more heavy, but we don't see the monthly close even below the body of January or November 2024, right? So basically we are retesting those highs that we already created over there on a monthly level. Okay, so nothing too scary about that. We see billionaire Jack Dorsey will allow 4 million merchants to accept Bitcoin. That's massive. If you look at Ethereum monthly chart, if you look at the line chart, it's basically a retest of the market structure. Ethereum broke down to the upside this level of resistance, and then retesting it as support right now. It doesn't look that bad for the crypto market. We see Michael Saylor continue to come and buy more Bitcoin for his MicroStrategy company. So all in all, guys, things are looking not so bad, actually pretty bullish at this point. And the fact that we closed this week above the 50 weeks moving average, that tells a lot. If we're gonna have our weekly close above 111,000, if you're gonna just close with a bullish engulfing candle, that will signify that Bitcoin is ready to pump much higher. So let's see how this week is gonna close. It's too early to judge, right? Because at the end of the day, it can be like a fake pump. But we're moving in the right direction. Market, I think, reacted to the stimulus checks information, and of course, when this actually will materialize, it will really skyrocket. But before that, we need to have the Supreme Court basically having a judgment about this whole tariff situation, if it's going to happen or not, if they're going to let Donald Trump to charge those tariffs or not. So it's too early. It's too early. You need to be patient right now. Not time to be uber bullish right now. also not time to be super bearish as well. So right now it's a patient time. We gotta see what are the next steps for the market to be going. So that's what I want to share with you. Do join the Telegram channel. I post updates there. Do use the links below to sign the exchanges, get your bonuses for signing up and for trading, and be patient in this market. There is no rush. There is no need to FOMO in, okay? I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'm gonna see you in the next ones.